Hi Vicky, how are you? So I've gotten ready. I'm gonna put on my headphones, and as I paint, I will also read for you. I have a little bit of a surprise, maybe from the flickering candle. You'll know what it is. The surprise is, well, it's coming up, but I think you were asking me about wax readings, so I just thought that I would incorporate everything. Your positive energy and enthusiasm is wonderful. I'm sorry if I was a little quiet. I was just overwhelmed with the amount of feedback that I was getting, not from you, from everyone. All of a sudden, my account just became very, very active, and I just wanted to make sure that I was doing everything I needed to do, in order to achieve my goals. What I'm doing right now is there's an image that I'm going to use as background for your painting. This is my style. It's when I blend my photography with painting, and so this is my technique. And also I have printed off your statements, and I have summarized them to some key points. I don't know if you can tell, but up here, this is the sheet, and so it says, the way that it printed in both ways, and so your question is, am I going to be allowed to have a male companion in this lifetime? The enchantment is, I will need him to be kind, understanding, and emotionally supportive. So I hope we take this time, both you and I, to get connected with these two ideas. A companion who is kind, understanding, and emotionally supportive. You just said someone to hang out with, someone to watch TV with, not necessarily a husband or anything like that, just someone to spend time with, because you feel alone, and it's been a hard life for you. So I won't read the details of some of the things that you said, but I did print them out. And thank you for sharing those with me, because by sharing them, it let me see where you're coming from and kind of what you need. And the oracle painting is way more about meeting someone where they are and what they need, more so than just telling their future. So I do have my tarot cards here as well as a support tool, but we'll see how it goes. This is a very rich painting, this is a very rich form of divination. We're just doing the foundation now. It takes a long time, so that's why the price is set at what it is. It's because there's several layers, and painting, anyone who paints will tell you that it's a time-consuming thing. So, you think that, oh my goodness, a piece is whatever, hundreds or even a couple $1,000s. Well, that took several 10 hours, maybe even more, depending on the complexity and the size of the piece. It can take a long time. I feel like I paint all the time, and I'm always worried that I'm going to be overwhelmed with the amount of paintings I produce, and when I look back at it, I've really produced very little, and I always feel like it's not as much as I feel like I've put out. So I have another sheet of your comments that I've left for myself as a support, and then I guess it's getting late into the painting, so I'll do less talking, and I'll edit it later. Oh, this is nice, because now I'm going to put this on hold for a minute. If I had tape, that would be so much easier. Okay, here, I'll put my own enchantments in. How about your respect for others will be your ticket to success, and speak less of your plans. You will get more of them done. So what I'm doing here is just putting the messages that you had sent me, the ones that I picked out, onto the canvas. So they're your words. And that's the foundation. Okay, so I got the foundation ready. It's supposed to look like this. It always does, to a certain extent. How many stars in a lifetime? German. The world is so big around us. It's flowing and growing and always expanding. Sometimes what we don't see is right before us. Sometimes that's just something we say to make ourselves feel better. Even though you don't feel it, the world is watching over you. You have to go on a journey. You have to move somewhere. Not right away, but in some time. And you're going to face a giant mountain, a house, or a building. It's a test. Not very difficult, just scary, maybe. But that won't take too much of your time. You have to play. It's important that you go there even though you may not want to. I think you'll really not want to go. But it's important you go. In and of itself, it's monumental for you. Comes like a wave washing over you. And before you know it, you'll understand. Path. A nurturing path. Not the path you started. There's a horizon. The sunrise will always be with you. Always look east. Significant times will happen for you when the snow is falling. A bird. A bird or a soulmate. Air sign. Definitely an air sign. After you walk up the mountains, always look to the sunrise. And nurture what is within. Your journey is solitary, you're right. But then someone comes and they protect you. And they hold you. They come in time to help you. There's spirits. There's lots of spirits. I'm going to ask about this building because I think that's significant, and that happens before that other person comes in. It has something to do with the fact, your childhood, how you said that you were at 5, whatever happened. As the building has to do with what happened when you were 5. And you have to go. Because that's you're being asked. No, you're not being asked. Nobody's, I don't know. It's confusing. It's like no one's interested, but you must go. This kind of, this kind of building. Almost like a lighthouse, but it's not on the shore. Everything in this is associated with everything in this is associated with the air. It's almost like an institution, but not really. Almost like a tower. Not a building, something foreign to you. Something distant. Sometimes it lights up and sometimes it's dark. It's not familiar and it's awkward. It's right there. You're like a bird, an angel, looking from the future into the past. It's very clear. That's the energy. It's kind of soft and caring energy. Looking back onto things you know. And you step in, always changing. The sunrise always changes before your eyes, but you always turn to the sunrise, and it becomes you. You become the sunrise. It's brighter sometimes. This tower keeps on drawing me back to it, asking for my attention. Very strange. And it's behind, if that makes sense. And there's a darkness there, but it's very, very concrete. And it's tall up above you. And there's trees around it. And the trees loom over you and cast a shadow in your face. But it's not necessarily evil, it's just very, what's the word? It's very static. It's very It's very static. It's very static. It doesn't change. It's so dense, you keep looking at it. Keep looking at it, and it's dense. And that density is almost, it's daunting. It's daunting and it's overwhelming, and it is not. You don't feel comfortable with it. But it's something that you're prepared for? Maybe. It's so foreign. It's like an alien almost. That's what it is. It's so foreign, I can't even describe it. So many layers to this story. And always looking to the sunrise. But don't let your happiness shine through too much to others. Just show it a little bit. This is a time for you to focus in on yourself. It looks like a lot of time. It's scary how much time it may take. But once it's like one of those things in life that you take it on and you take it on. You take it on and it keeps. You take it on and you have to live it through. And it keeps on. It keeps on. You just have to live with it. It's one of those life experiences where it's not pleasant, but you have to live with it. I guess it's called a growing experience. And I'm not sure why you have to be there. But there's nothing you can do about going there. You're supposed to go there, and it's wrong if you don't go. If you escape it, then you're going against nature.